think it might have been Panera cream cheese, full fat, regular, loaded with sugar. You need that. You need the fat. You need the sugar because you see it gets into the system a little more. It makes the braking more effective, and it'll make it not work just long enough for your mom to get you the PS2 Slim. We are back. Good morning, campers. Gather around the digital campfire. We have OGT Dan, Jay, Mark, and Julian this week. Hopefully you can hear them. Guys, test out. Make sure the audio is still picking up.
Hey,
Hello.
hey.
Hey, good morning.
Oh, look at that. Smooth as butter. All right. Is OGT Jordan awake and in chat? That is the question of the day.
Oh, wow. Miranda showed up. Hey.
Miranda. She was just waving. Hi, coworker. Like, don't tell the boss. As if he's supposed to be working right now.
We're off today. It's fucking Sunday.
So we are Digital Campfire, which is a podcast out of onegreattake.com. Over at onegreattake.com, we review and post articles related to movies, TV shows, and video games. If you were here in the past, you kind of know how this goes. We normally focus on gaming news and then kind of cover some other topics. For people who are new, this episode is going to be our first episode, really focusing on an idea, a concept in gaming. So we'll get into some gaming heartbreaks a little down the road. I wanted to just kind of we'll do a little around the horn here. So Jubes, get your camera to focus, right? Because all of a sudden you're blurry and you're the looks of the operation. We can't have that happening.
It was just fine.
Yeah, I know. It's just like it can't even.
This happens every week. The moment this shit starts.
It looks like groggy eyes, dude. Like, Jay after like 4 claws playing Rogue Company.
He's trying to pick up your bed as the person.
I'm on it.
Oh, guys, I got my Twitch swag on that I got from the St. Jude thing.
Show it. Stand up.
Stand up, dude. Get the fuck out of here, man.
Sponsored.
Down,
hashtag ad.
Yeah.
Hashtag don't feel duck.
Julian's got the. Oh my god, look how blurry he is.
No, there we go. No, dude, I don't know.
He's got the
autofocus.
There you go.
Like,
good. You're good.
Oh, we're good.
Yeah,
He's
the
got the beer
autofocus
goggles
stops working after a while. I don't know. The camera's from fucking 1946.
Mine actually might be, but I'm using Jess's right now. All right, so Mark, why don't you kick it off with what you've been up to this week in games or in life? We're interested in life too.
Oh god, I wasn't prepared to talk about life. I actually wrote an article this week. It's over at
wow, big alert. He's a company man.
It's a short article. I wrote a review on the new Seth Rogen movie on HBO Max, An American Pickle. So if you're interested in that, or even if you're not interested in that, go to onegreattake.com.
He's like, please,
check
we need
out.
The clicks, please.
Please, we need the clicks, even though we have no ads set up on the website. I stream every Monday. We've been playing Hollow Knight. People have been loving it. Whoever's been in the chat's been loving it. It's super fun to play. I'm having a blast playing it. So I'll be back tomorrow, probably around 7 o'clock. Usually is when I around start, and see if we can get a little farther in that. But besides that, I haven't really played much Warzone this week, and me and Daniel can touch on that in a little bit. But yeah.
Do you feel less stressed? Do you feel happier?
I feel a little bit happy.
Well, I mean, playing a Souls game isn't really like vacation from your stressful games. So
no, it's definitely not.
No, it's okay. No, but yeah, game-breaking glitches are a cause for that.
Yeah.
But the last thing I'll touch on, which I think we'll talk about a little bit about later, is we've been playing Fall Guys a little bit. I probably had a better time than Dan will mention somewhere later in the podcast, but been playing that with Sasha, my fiance, a little bit, and we're having a great time with that. So Jay, I think you've still been playing Rogue. What's up with you this week? This past week?
So even before games, I'm changing jobs, so I have a couple days off in between starting a new job. So have the least stress ever in my life right now, which feels great, but it'll probably all come back in 2 days. and we just had our first birthday party for our pit bull yesterday, so that's what we spent most of our day doing. Maybe we could show Penny's birthday later at the end of the stream.
I was gonna say she has a name.
Yeah, yeah.
My pit bull.
Which was fun.
Yeah.
And then
Some dignity, please.
she's
Yeah,
not
can
in
we
here
talk
today.
about how
She can't
you
get
said you
mad.
did nothing? You did nothing for her birthday.
Yeah.
You
We
got
need
her
to address
nothing?
it.
What, the night before?
Yeah, I said, what did you get Penny for her birthday? You said, nothing. We'll probably stop at like a doggy bakery or something. I don't know. And then just completely downplayed arguably one of the best canine birthday parties of all time.
Well, because we went yesterday morning and got her like the toys, but we had a Kong box that came. That was the name of the box, Dan. It's like for
Oh, it's
like
Kong.
stronger chewers.
Yeah.
So the Kong box, way better than Bark box.
For the upper middle class, you know, if Bark Box isn't enough. It's like
Dude,
it's
Kong
like the
box?
fridge that opens like French doors.
Kong box is
Kong.
amazing. They sent a mask and everything, dude, for COVID. The nicest mask I've ever seen.
For the dog?
No, for us.
For the dog.
Yeah, and then we went and got her a little cake. We had her all decorations. She had a little tutu on and stuff. But yeah, she was a good dog. I swear to God, she knew it was her birthday, dude. She was the best behaved all day yesterday. And she got a lot of toys. But
Dude, so the decorations, I mean, I almost lost my relationship over that. Not really, but think of it, like I didn't decorate for Jess's birthday. Jess gets screwed so hard. So Jess's birthday is it's 2 days away from Valentine's Day, and
Phrasing.
and for any of you who don't know, I'm a public accountant. So February, I'm literally just nonstop working. So this poor girl's birthday is just the, you know, babe, I'll stop and get some Thai food on the way home, and then I give her a gift. You know, Penny woke up, just is like, oh my god, what did you guys do for me?
well, Miranda's is right after Christmas, dude. So it's like you got like you think of like the Christmas gifts, and then basically you just save one for birthday. Like,
Oh yeah, Jess gets the double. This is, you know, it's a pricier gift, so it's gonna be for Valentine's and your birthday combined. You know, you get double the gift, but it's just all in one.
yeah, Nikki's got just a couple days after Christmas. Just too close. But yeah, Penny had a good day. We had a good day. Playing some Rogue Company with Dan still. Probably not as much though. I feel like we just get on for a couple games now. I think it's a little dull until like ranked comes out
I'm kind of waiting for the I think the patch, even the first patch, will probably be good.
tomorrow.
Yeah, you need some anti-cheat. We had a kid on our team, like just to show, you know, we're not just trying to complain, but like a kid on our team was like legit hitting aimbot shots. Like people were jumping on top of him, and he had a sniper rifle, and it was just like, boom, dead. And then I don't know, like he left. Like we were talking shit like that he was cheating, but I don't even think we were on game chat. And he just fucking left like mid game. I don't know if he was like, they're on to me.
Yeah, I don't know. And then as far as other games, I told Jordan I get some single player games done in the time off. So I finished Detroit Become Human, which is 10 out of 10. If you haven't played it, you need to play it.
Is that your actual
And-
take? 10 out of 10.
Oh, 10 out of 10. Phenomenal
Okay.
game.
Oh,
Everything
wow.
was
Wow.
there's nothing wrong about it.
Favorite game.
And
of all time.
then I'm finishing Revelations 2. I was like halfway through both of them, so they're
Is
Dude,
that-
did, you
wait.
ever beat did you ever beat Days Gone?
yeah. I plotted it.
Ah,
Jay,
Really
is
good
that
game.
game
Enjoyed
is
it.
that game like Heavy Rain type of game?
yeah.
Yeah, same type
Yeah.
of thing.
Okay.
It looked
okay.
really good. The graphics looked really incredible. Like I wasn't expecting that. I didn't really know anything about the game, and I kind of just like, you know, I was working and Jay was streaming the other day, and I popped it up in the background. I was like, what the fuck is this kid playing? It looks like he's playing PS5.
Yeah, and it's got like you could tell who the actors, like the graphics are so good. The actors and
Jesse,
actresses, like
thanks for the
Jussie
host.
Smollett or whatever, Jussie Smollett, if that's his name.
Yeah.
Is the lead guy. And then remember the girl with the short hair from The Following who was part of the cult and stole the kid?
Yeah.
She's another main actress.
Following
I
was a
love The
great show. That
Following.
went
Great-
off the
great
rails
show.
when it ended too soon.
Yeah.
That was such a good show. Season
The
1
greatest
and 2.
protagonist versus antagonist showdowns. Is that show.
Yeah, that was a good
it
show. Brings me
pure
back.
Genius.
That's a TV heartbreak right there. Good shows get canceled.
Dude, I love that show. You just brought the memories back.
I know, it's all flooding in. I kind of want to rewatch it. That'd be nice to rewatch it.
Nick,
Jess.
don't get
Just
ahead of
watch it.
ourselves. It's actually made my list. But we'll move over to, I don't know, who's going next? Dan? Jubes?
No. So Jubes, I think, might have the most important what's been going on in life of all of us. So we left off a couple podcasts ago talking about top flavors of ice cream, and some people may have even called him uneducated, ill-informed.
Nobody
Julian
did that.
didn't
At least
know.
to my face.
Ignorant.
Yeah, the tragedy of Darth Julian. He didn't know that coffee Oreo was a flavor. So, being just he's all about the pod now. He's a changed man from a couple weeks ago. He went out and he tried coffee Oreo, not for himself, not for us, for you, for the viewers.
Not for my gains.
Yeah. So, Jubes, what did you think?
Okay. So first off, I gotta tell you the whole composition. It was just pure. So it was like a 1-bite review. So it was just the pure coffee Oreo, no sprinkles, no whipped cream. I almost said sour cream. No whipped cream. But I did get it in
Almost
a
spit my
waffle
fucking
bowl,
tea.
like a nice little waffle bowl. Which
Nice.
like how good it sounds versus the actual practicality of it is a little mismatched, because I was like breaking off the bowl to like dip the Oreo or the waffle into the thing, because like I wanted to taste some of the waffle cone too, but then I started eating away at the base of what I was holding it in. But either way, so that cost me $7. So Dan, next time you pay us, you owe me $7.
Okay, yeah, put it on the company card.
Yeah. It was good. So I have my little notes right here. I came with notes today. Hashtag no more weak podcasts.
Yeah, no more weak pods. Last week was a disappointment. We left it. It's never good when you end something that you did and you're like, that wasn't our best work. It's like, I don't want to hand in like a shitty essay in school or now in my job. Like, I can't just half-ass something and give it to someone and be like, this is mine. Like, if my name's not going to be on it, maybe, but no more weak pods. Yes. Hashtag no more weak pods.
All right, go with the notes. Let's
Okay,
hear 'em.
all right. So good. It wasn't a life-changing experience. I didn't become a ice cream guy after eating this. Overall, I'm just more of a savory big meal kind of guy than sugary snacks. So you gotta take that for what it is. It was about as good as vanilla soft serve for me personally, because I just really love soft serve.
Wait, was vanilla soft serve in your top 3? It was, right?
Yeah, it was
So
my
you're
number
saying
one.
this is about equivalent with one of your top 3.
Wow.
That's good praise.
Yeah, no.
Is that
it's
the best
fantastic
praise?
That
No,
might be the
well,
best
it's
praise.
just like but I'm talking about in the grand scheme of eatery and culinary. It
You had
still
z-
ranks rather low.
But you had zero excitement in your voice when you said that, and I've never been less excited about a top 3 in my life.
Because I
Bro.
feel like he just doesn't like ice cream.
Yeah,
I
no,
don't
he
think-
doesn't like ice cream. I think he's never gonna be an ice cream guy.
I haven't really had the urge to go back. Like I said, it did turn me into an ice cream guy. Like I'll still get a text from like Johnny. He'll be like "Squeam" with like a little smiley face, and I'm like, I don't know. Like maybe I still don't want to get Squeam all the time. But good flavor, well backed. It's not that I didn't think it existed. I just didn't think it was as sanctioned by the ice cream community. Because I mean, you could do that with anything. You could say coffee and chocolate chip, or coffee and anything. But like, why does it have to be Oreos?
I mean, I think that's kind of a regional thing too. I think if you were to say coffee Oreo to someone maybe not from around here, they'd be like, "What the fuck's that?" So I don't think it's just you that was kind of out of the loop.
Yeah, I mean maybe, but like I think like it being Oreos versus it just being like chocolate chip. I don't think that's regional, right? Because like Oreo is like, I think it's like the number 1 selling cookie.
I guess, but like, I'm just saying, at that point, when does it end? I could
Soren.
be like, my favorite ice
Thank
cream
you.
is coffee and Reese's. I just tell them to put Reese's in it. So, but whatever. I mean, Friendly sells it, so
Yeah, no,
I
no,
get
yeah.
it's
It's
modern.
Friendly's
It's sanctioned.
national chain.
all right. So
What else you got?
I mean, that's that.
So I
You
mean,
playing
I
the
enjoyed
game?
it. $7 well spent. I'm getting reimbursed anyways, but
so that wasn't your only first of
No.
the past week, and I
no, No, I lost my virginity too.
So this is he also lost his virginity. No, so this is something that is near and dear to my heart and Jay's. And something that I didn't even know you were a virgin of. But Julian, up until a few days ago, was a Jurassic Park virgin. Chubes, walk us through this.
No, that's not true. Look, I did it. I kind of did like what would be the equivalent of like the poop hole loophole. Because it's not that I haven't seen the movie. I mean, I've seen it when I was young, but it was kind of just like, yo, T-Rex, like you gotta fuck a T-Rex. I didn't watch the movie at any point where, I could actually process the inner workings of it.
Right.
That's crazy to me, though.
It is mind blowing because I've seen Jurassic Park so many times.
But guys, I don't really watch movies.
Yeah, but
like I'm wearing a Dungeons and Dragons shirt, but I've never watched Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, that is actually a big problem.
The only actor I was able to recognize by face for probably the first 25 years of my life was Tom Cruise. That was the only actor.
Respectable decision, though.
Only actor you need.
Yeah,
no, he was,
honestly.
and you know what? He's still my favorite actor today, and I cannot wait to join his little religion.
There's nothing stopping you. You could have joined 10 years ago.
Courage. Need the inner strength.
The mental fortitude.
You're gonna be a Scientologist. Nice.
Damn. So, okay, like, what did you think? What did you think of fucking Jurassic Park? One of the biggest movies of our lifetime.
Thought it was shit. No, I'm just kidding.
I was about to end the pod. Okay. See you next week.
No, I mean, it doesn't take OGT Jubes to prove that it's a great movie. I mean, it's absolutely phenomenal. But it was so much better than what I remembered. It was so much better for so many different reasons than what I remembered it being. I gotta tell you, the dinosaurs and all the action, that was the worst part. The best part was everything that was happening behind the scenes and all the little things that they added to the movie to make the plot move forward. So like the word that I wrote in my notes was just vicarious. Like I felt everything that these people were feeling. It sold you on every aspect of the movie from top to bottom. And I think the meme in the movie where he keeps saying like spared to no expense, I think that's actually like a fourth wall breaking kind of thing. Like, because I'm watching this movie, I'm thinking about how much could it have cost to make this movie? Not only did they have to make the island, but they also had to make an entire theme park along on the island, plus the dinosaurs. And the dinosaurs still look great, even though raptors have feathers, we found out. So that kind of kills it. And dinosaurs didn't really make noise like that. But it was just so good. And I wrote, when I was young, it was about going to a park with dinosaurs. And now I see it as what would happen if you tried to make this park. And like the things about, okay, so for my favorite scenes, I put the helicopter and the first landing. That part, because the movie was very human. Like they're just sitting on the helicopter, the two guys, the guy and the girl, they don't even really know what's on the island yet. And it's just
they don't believe
like,
they don't believe that it's possible when they're going.
Yeah,
you're talking
but it's
about paleontologists who have been studying this for their whole life.
Exactly.
And now you're like, by the way, we've made these real now.
Yeah, it's about 2.5 minutes, maybe a little more, of them just sitting on the plane and just doing humanized bullshit, you know? And it reminds me of the scene in Goodfellas, when they're like sitting down and talking at Tommy's grandmother's house, and they're talking like normal people. Like they're forgetting the names. Like he's like, oh, what? He's talking about the hoof, and he keeps calling it the paw. And they're like, no, the hoof is caught, you know? So it kind of just humanizes it. And, he's like, he's talking about Ian Malcolm. And he's got the lawyer there because the lawyer's there because somebody got killed by a raptor a couple weeks ago. So now the insurance is freaking out, which is not really something you grasp, when I was like 3 years old.
Right,
so,
right.
And he's like, you brought scientists, you brought a rock star, I brought scientists, and they're just like bullshitting.
Yeah, and it's very real, right? Because like that's what would happen. Like you would need a lawyer.
It's just selling you on it so fucking well. And then they touch down, and you got to put yourself in this guy's shoes that he's been studying dinosaurs. He's obsessed with dinosaurs. He's written books about dinosaurs. And he sees the real dinosaurs for the first time, and he's in fucking shock. And he's just like, they move in herds. They really move in herds. Like, it's just unbelievable.
Yeah.
His reaction to it. And I just felt, I got emotional about it, just watching this guy come to this realization and watching like his wildest dreams come true. So there's that Dino DNA. And that's such a powerful scene because I remembered that from when I was little.
Yeah.
And like, I didn't really understand. I mean, I knew the concept of it, but it's something that always stuck with me. That and the Barbasol, when the guy's laughing at when he's talking to him, like Dodson or whatever.
Dodson, yeah.
Yeah. We got Dodson over here. Yeah, see, nobody fucking cares. But like that's like I remember laughing about the Barbasol, and I remember Dino DNA. And that's really how it fucking would be at this place. Like, it wouldn't be just they would tell you how to do it. Like, no, we're gonna show you a little cartoon movie, and I'm gonna talk on the screen to like the digital version of me, and it's gonna be all scripted and all that. And it was just perfectly executed. Obviously, the T-Rex scene, that's the best of all the action scenes when the guy gets fucking eaten and all that other kind of stuff. And then Life Finds a Way. That was just it kind of tied it all together.
It's
Bring a tear to your eye.
Spielberg at his best.
Yeah, dude. It was fucking emotional.
Yeah, isn't the Raptor scene?
Yeah, it was okay.
Okay.
He opened the door.
Do it,
He opened
kids.
the
Come on.
fucking door, man.
Okay, kid.
So if
I
I'm being
wasn't-
honest, I've never actually seen like the movie from like start to finish.
Oh my
But-
God. Here
In
we
your
go.
life.
Yeah, my life. But I've seen the movie like pieced out. Like I've seen the whole movie. I've never sat down and watched it from start to finish. So is this going to be a recurring segment to next week?
Yeah,
when
you
it
got
comes
Netflix.
out?
wait. We talked
That's
about
the thing.
this.
You need to watch it because you get all the little details. You get the conversations about how the park is even going to operate from like a business standpoint and things like that. And Ian Malcolm's like, yo, this shit is not right. And he said, dude, condors are going extinct. If I had an island of fucking condors, you would be fucking thanking me right now. It's so much deeper than just, yo, we're on an island with dinosaurs.
Yeah, okay. And good thing, because I have a solution for you, Mark. And yeah, I know Jurassic
What?
Park's on Netflix, but don't do it. Don't do it.
Why?
Listen, for anyone watching, if there's a Cinemark within an hour of you, Cinemark is allowing patrons, we'll call them, customers,
Hashtag
to
ad.
rent out a theater for $125. And you can bring up to 20 people. You could social distance as much as you want in the theater. There's plenty of seats for 20 people.
Oh, wait, hold on. What place would not allow social distancing?
No. I'm saying because only 20, because 20
like, you gotta
people.
be packed.
No, I'm saying because 20 people, but you get the whole theater to yourself. No strangers in there. And you can rent it out. Yes, Bill, we're doing it. So Jurassic Park is one of the options that you can rent out and watch on the big screen. Jay and I are 100% down. So that's 4 people right there. You got me, Jess, Jay, Miranda. Bill and Ann are in. That's 6. Mark, Sasha, that's 8. If we could even get it just to 10 people, you're talking like $12.50 a pop.
Yeah, normal ticket
It's
price.
a no fucking brainer. Like, we're going to do it. We're going to rent out a fucking movie theater. We're doing it. Mark, and you're going to see Jurassic Park for the first time straight through. We're doing it. I will literally, we could get a text about when, right after this, we could text, when are we good? And I will book it. I'll fucking book it and we'll go see it.
Yeah, dude, for you to see it for your
Right,
first time in a theater, this is a 1993.
A theater, dude.
92
This
movie.
is something I was never able to do because, like, I was 3 years old when it came out. Like,
Yeah,
my
it was,
dad wasn't going to
93,
bring
right?
me there and
So-
have me crying at the fucking Velociraptors and have everyone, like, kicking them out. So we're going to do it. We're going to fucking do it.
Wait,
dude.
how many people can you bring?
20
now-
people.
Up to
20? Okay. We got a lot of people
Gotta
trying
do
to
it.
get in.
You get
Ryan's
the
never
whole
seen it
theater, dude.
either.
Not a bad seat in the house.
See, I'm not the only one.
No, like, come on, guys. Like, I didn't know how many people I fucking knew that were just absolute pieces of human garbage. How have you never seen this fucking movie?
Okay,
'Cause I think we all saw it when we were young and thought that
Yeah.
we got what we needed out of it.
I mean, the movie came out in 1993. And then like I've never seen any of the other ones. Like I've never seen Lost Worlds or whatever. What
All
is
right,
there? There's a third one.
okay. Well,
Jurassic Park
we'll take
3,
one
does
step
that
at a
work?
time, Mark. One step at a time. Jurassic Park first, then you worry about the other ones. They're on Netflix. I own them on Blu-ray. We'll make it happen for you. Jordan, we know this is a gaming podcast, but like Jurassic Park is bigger than gaming right now. Okay, it's more important. They made games about the movie.
What in the world? What a great segment into the Lost World. See what I did there? So have you guys, once you see the first one, you have to see the Lost World. We already had this argument a little bit.
No, I don't want to, because I don't
You
think
gotta
that what
see
makes
it.
the first one amazing is not going to be present in the other one, because they can't do the underlying issue.
Right,
Of like,
it's not
is
the
this
same.
ethical?
It's not the same.
It's
Just
literally,
humor me, Jubes.
but it's
there's,
good.
there's
Different, but it's
no
great.
reason. There's no reason why this idea of making a theme park with real dinosaurs would ever be in practice ever again after this movie.
It's not a theme park in number 2. It's a very different.
It's totally not a
take
theme
on
park.
what they're
Number
trying to
2 is
do.
the only one that's not about a theme park.
Number 2 is about ulterior motives. The company is being bought out by somebody else. Like, you got to see it. Very good.
I know,
Okay.
dude, but I think the theme park was what made it amazing.
So are you saying that when you see a really good movie, you don't even risk the sequel because it might not live up to it?
My time is very valuable.
That's a
man.
hot take, and I like it. I actually really like it. This
Wait,
kid's
so
got
maybe
balls.
going back to video games, maybe I've never really seen Jurassic Park because I've had an irrational fear of dinosaurs from Turok on the N64. I don't know if you guys ever
Oh
played.
wow, Turok, dude, the endless quiver where you just pull out a fucking like machine gun out of your quiver.
I never got that far. So like
Wait,
the
what?
movement in that game was terrible. You had to move with the C stick, but it wasn't
Yes,
even a
yes.
C stick.
C
They're
stick should have
buttons.
never happened. It was a nipple. It was literally a nipple.
Yeah.
You're literally sitting there,
I'm pretty
like,
sure it
you know,
wasn't it
kids
4
are learning
buttons,
how
like
to
up, down, left, right.
It's
arouse
like
a
a
nipple.
bad D-pad.
Yeah, it was a bad D-pad back then.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It wasn't even a nipple.
No, the C
No,
stick.
I
was a nipple,
was-
right?
I
No, I'm
was
thinking
so
GameCube
afraid.
nipple. Yeah,
No,
you're
no, I'm
right. It
talking
was a
about
GameCube
bad
was the
D-pad.
stick.
It was a bad D-pad.
Yeah.
No, the movement was
Yeah.
terrible. We played a lot of Turok fucking split screen multiplayer in my house. Joe from down the street, we used to play. Yeah,
don't
the
know how we
whole
did it, dude.
concept, Mark, was that you would like all you had like this magical quiver that instead of arrows, it was all your weapons, and you just pull out all these crazy guns.
I never made it that far.
It was the whole game. You had it from
Anyways.
the beginning.
I think the only down point of the movie, and I wrote it down here, was like when the niece, she's like
Spoiler
11,
alert.
14, she like hacks the place.
Oh yeah, no, not a chance.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of eye roll. The movie could have did without that,
Yeah,
but
not a chance.
yeah.
I mean,
so-
Samuel L. Jackson, great role.
Yeah, that blew my mind too, that he was in the movie. And then see, there's so many inner workings to the movie, like the lead coder, like he's not getting paid enough, so
It's great.
he's also like double crossing. There's just so much going on,
Dude, that's
like,
that's
from, like,
amazing.
like the insurance business ethical standpoint.
Dude, auditor standpoint, the one thing we have to learn and what I have to teach new hires is about the fraud triangle.
Primal Rage.
There's 3 factors that go into fraud, and an incentive is one of them. An incentive would be if you're not getting paid enough. You don't feel attached to the company, you're more likely to defraud the company. That's Dennis Nedry in a nutshell, dude. He was like, I could get more money from these people if I defraud this company that's underpaying me for crazy amount of work I'm doing that they don't even understand. But enough about Jurassic Park. We're gonna take that offline. Oh, I'm gonna rent out the fucking movie theater. That sounds like I'm fucking super rich. It's $125. I'm gonna rent out the whole fucking theater. Okay? No, we're gonna rent out the theater and we're gonna fucking. We can't even fit all the people that want to go now. Like we're gonna be making cuts. It's gonna be
Yeah.
like we're not
We gotta
getting
do it,
VIP
though.
list, but we're gonna fucking do it because we gotta see Jurassic Park in theater. It's something I've always wanted to do, and now I have the chance. Me watching just I'm not even watching the movie. I'm watching Mark's reaction. Mark, do you like that part? Huh? You like that?
All I
You see
want to
that?
know is who's getting popcorn tricked.
I
Stop.
mean, I hope I'm not sitting next to Julian. Damn.
6 feet.
Oh, dude, well, I can't make 6 feet, so
I
I can't even make 6 feet with my entire body,
would hope
let
not.
alone my fucking gagi.
All right. So that's enough about that. Jubes had a very eventful past week or so with the ice cream in Jurassic Park.
That's what's considered very eventful. I
So-
got ice cream and I watched Jurassic Park. was a combined maybe 4 hours.
Yeah,
Depending on how
which
long
is
the line
probably
was.
more fun than I had this week. No, I'm kidding. So me, okay. Before we get into what I was playing yesterday, let's just give a brief, coverage of some gaming news. The first one, Halo Infinite got delayed. It's no longer going to be launching with Xbox Series X. Do you guys think that's going to impact the launch? Do you think it's, people are less likely now to rush out and try to buy a console at launch if Halo's not coming out with it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
100%. I thought it was already weak to begin with, and now this just makes it even worse.
I don't
They
even know
already
what
told
games
us
they're
not to
launching
buy
with
it.
it.
Yeah, so with Halo Infinite getting delayed, the only thing like Xbox Series X is like selling would be the Game Pass, which isn't like strictly on Xbox Series X. So the only way they can really compete with Sony in terms of like releases now, in terms of like selling the console itself, is to undercut them in price. Like that's the only way they're gonna sell this holiday season. They just have, if you look at the games that are coming out, and if you guys want a filler while I just pull the games up.
I don't know what's coming out really for
I think that's
PS5
part
that's
of
that
it.
captivating.
I got
listen.
it. This is rumored and confirmed for 2020 for Xbox. XO1, which you probably never heard of. Gears Tactics, which has already been
out on PC.
A game called Scorn, not Michael Scarn. Tell Me Why. Tetris Effect Connected.
Okay, that actually looks lit, but Tetris Effect is already out on PC.
The Ascent. The Medium, which looked cool. And Yakuza Like a Dragon.
But Medium is coming out on other systems as well, right? Or is it just PC?
Same with Yakuza.
I'm pretty sure Yakuza is too. So
yeah. Okay, so
knows if
nothing.
even though-
So nothing. You're not buying an Xbox at launch. If you won't be mad if it's sold out. The only reason you're buying it at launch is to say you bought it at launch and that you have it before other people do. So I don't even know. Like, do we even need to cover that anymore? Probably not.
Not really, but I just want to, like, another point I'll point out is in terms of Halo getting delayed, it is what it is. If this actually makes the game
Kenny,
better,
thanks
and
for
I
the
know they want to
sub.
make this Halo like have the longevity of like, if they're thinking about 10 years or something for this Halo, then
No, they're thinking Infinite, right?
but I mean, the time it takes them to get it right is I'm fine with. There'll be other games to play.
Do you think that this was delayed because of just circumstances, or do you think it was delayed also because of the backlash that the game got?
Probably a little both. I mean, they're saying like COVID delays, but
yeah,
No,
I'm thinking it was more that they're revamping some stuff.
I think this game wasn't ready to be shown. They're like, yo, we got to show something. We're coming out with all these articles. People are ripping us apart about not having anything to play. They showed it, got backlash, looked unfinished. Then they're like, dude, we got to recover. Free for everyone multiplayer. Everyone rejoiced. And they're like, dude, it's really not ready. We can't like lose our flagship to like putting it out not ready. And now they delayed it.
What was so bad about it though? Because I watched a little bit of the gameplay. It just looked, and we talked about it. It looked like the old school classic Halo.
They made a point to say this is not like the finished.
It was just the
product, the
textures
game.
and
It's
stuff
just-
like up close, and I didn't even notice. Like, I'm gonna be honest, I wasn't watching.
I was
on
like,
full screen.
I had it on like YouTube. On,
Yeah,
like, a smaller screen
it didn't
while we
look
were
bad
doing
to me,
this.
but when the people showed the side by side, like there was some texture stuff that they didn't work out. But that's all rendering and stuff they're gonna do, during production anyway. So if we're saying that this might have just killed the hype around the launch of the Xbox Series X,
No,
let's
you can't
talk
kill what's already
about
dead.
two dead games coming together right now. Two dead games, and if anyone tries to say they're not fucking dead, you can leave the chat. We got Sam Fisher from Splinter Cell. Yeah, the game they haven't made a new one in a decade. He's joining the cast of Rainbow Six Siege, also dead. Jimmy, one of the games you probably spent the most hours on of all games in your life, Rainbow Six Siege. I mean, what do you got to say about it? You going back to the game for it?
No, game's dead.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Why is the game dead? I thought the game was exploding, doing very well.
No, too many operators.
Exploding.
I mean, it's hard for it not to explode when you're giving it away for $10 and doing free.
So you
weekends.
say game's
like,
$5?
Huh?
Game's only $5 now. How's Jupe said it's exploding?
exploding.
It's one of those communities, Jubes, that's always going to be like around like casually, but like the professional players don't like it anymore. There's too many operators. It's completely impossible to balance that game anymore. And dude, Sam Fisher is just grasping at straws. People want an actual fucking Splinter Cell game. They don't care that Sam Fisher's
Yeah.
gonna be a playable character in Siege. Like,
Yeah, unless that's what they're doing, unless that's like their little hint, like, hee, we're working on something, but like nobody gives a shit that you're putting Sam Fisher in Siege. Like, I mean, yeah, I'd be more excited if they put fucking Doc in Rogue Company, to be honest, but
no,
they're-
it is cool that he's gonna be in it. I won't lie. I have it installed. Like, maybe I'll go on and check him out, like, just to see like how he plays into the game. But
okay,
I don't know. I went
wishy-washy,
on for a
Jay.
night. I had casual fun, like playing like casuals, and then I
Jay,
was
this
like,
is what they're doing right now. Little.
I know they're trying to reel me in. And then I was like, you know what? I'm kind of done after that one night of just pub stomping. Like, I had nothing else to get me back on.
Yeah, Jordan, I don't want to breach the contract because you know what happens with Twitch at that point. So the last bit of news is actually the largest piece of news. So Epic Games is taking on, in a battle of juggernauts, both Apple and Google. It started with a very planned, we'll call it an instigation with Apple, where the Apple App Store has some egregious terms of service. For you to get your app on there, they need to be getting all monetary transactions should be flowing through Apple, and they should be getting a piece of this. So it upticks the price on everything. So Epic
30%.
discounted the 30% that's put on top for Apple. They discounted that if you're to buy Fortnite V-Bucks through them directly and not through Apple, because they're saying, Apple's bullying small publishers and small publishers can't stand up to them. So Epic's like, we got to do something. So Epic did this with, there's no monetary gain for them. It was just all going to be for the customer. They did this knowing Apple was going to then kick them off the App Store. They were kicked off, and they immediately had an ad spoofing Apple's original 1984 ad and basically switching it to like a George Orwell's 1984 type ad about Apple being a monopoly. And they had that running 24/7 on their YouTube. And on top of that, they immediately served Apple with a lawsuit. So, it takes weeks to write up a lawsuit of that magnitude. So this wasn't like, a reactive lawsuit. They instigated the kick so that they could get the lawsuit across because they think that these are unethical business practices. They got kicked off Google Store after that for doing the same thing. So basically, I mean, a lot of people hate on Epic. I don't know why, because they give me 2 free games a week on PC, so I'll gladly download your launcher if I'm getting 2 free games a week. I don't know. What do you guys think? Like, it's obvious that like it's an oligopoly, right? Because there's Google Store or there's Apple Store if you want to game on your phone, and that's it. And there's really no way to bypass it. So I think they are taking a noble stance here, but I mean, what do you guys think is going to come from this?
Hopefully, mobile gaming will die. I don't know.
Dude, why do you hate mobile game? This isn't really a question about the fate of mobile gaming, whereas it's more about like cloud gaming, like cloud streaming gaming. To jump back to Dan's point about Epic not receiving any funds from this, technically Epic still being a little bit of Epic Games, where the 30% that they were kind of bypassing, saying they were giving it back to customers, they were only giving you a 20% discount from downloading it from them. So technically they're keeping 10% in their own pocket. So,
Got 'em.
I mean, not everybody is, an angel in this. But this is more about the future of like cloud gaming, and Apple's side of it is
Icing.
well,
Thank you for the
if we
follow.
have like, what was that? Like Stadia, that gaming cloud thing.
Yeah.
That thing, yeah.
Like
Yeah, it's
all those
Google.
things that have
It's
like
Google,
a
yeah.
library, and then Apple is technically saying that they can't go through they can't actually verify and check every single game that they're like selling per se. That's kind of their side of it. If this is going to happen, it's more of a fight about Apple not getting a cut of people downloading things on their app store, which is this really affects, like you said, the smaller developer, right? Because if you're going to try to develop a game and put on mobile, on app, or even it's kind of like a cloud streaming game, and Apple's going to take 30% of your revenue.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to get started.
Yeah. And that's what I think it is. I don't think it's going to impact Epic too much. And if it started to impact them, the worst case scenario, they just drop the discount, throw it back on the store. But they must see some sort of benefit of the lawsuit. This is not something that they decided overnight. This is probably months and months of financial analysts, legal analysts. There's more going on behind the scenes that are too big brain for us four dweebs to figure out. That really covers the news of this week. So just to go back to what we've been playing, yesterday I streamed some Fall Guys. Now, for those of you who don't know, you've obviously been Patrick starring it and living it under a rock, but Fall Guys is an indie game that took the world by storm. It is called a battle royale because you have 60 players in each game and only one person walks away with the crown. But it's basically a video game version where you control jelly beans with legs and arms that are competing basically in Wipeout or most extreme elimination challenges. We talked about it briefly last week. So, it's like little fun game, little mini games where you compete. Some are better than others. Like either it's an obstacle course race or it's a team-based game where you're trying to hit these gigantic soccer balls into the other goal. So we've all played Fall Guys except Julian. And I think it's like I knock it a lot. It's fun, but it's kind of repetitive. I think it's a lot of fun if you're playing with people and you're 4 people playing in the same game, talking shit to each other. You can grief people really easy. You can grab onto the other jelly beans. So like some people try to knock the other jelly beans off the map or like stop them from qualifying so that your friend can qualify with you. It's a game that large streamers are taking advantage of in a positive way. It's very fun to watch them play together and they're seeing great viewership with it, and the game is loving it. They're interacting with these streamers on Twitter. They're growing. They had 1.5 million people download the game in the first 2 days, I think.
It was free on PS Plus, wasn't it?
It's free on PS Plus, yeah, and it's cheap
though.
on Steam. Not crossplay yet. They're gonna add it. So it's really fun, but then it's kind of not when a lot of it comes into luck. And then the other thing that kind of takes the air out of it for me is that sadly people have already started cheating. And it's like, it's a fucking party game. You got I already got to deal with aimbots and fucking, cheaters on shooters that I play. Now I got jelly beans fucking cheating. Like, come on, man. I don't know. You come across people doing little speed hacks. There's one final round game is like you're on a circle platform that pieces are falling off of, but at the same time, there's 2 giant things spinning around at different speeds that you have to jump or duck under. And it looked to me like people were cheating at that, and I had it on stream, and they were kind of like getting hit but unaffected by it at super speeds. Mark came with a different point where he said that he thinks it could be a bug with spectating, which might be it, but I know it's mostly speed hacks still. Yeah, Jess. So Mark, I don't know. You can comment on what you saw that kind of shows that it might just be kind of buggy.
I just know people are like speed hacking on PC. I don't know. You're playing on PS4. I was spectating Sasha's sister who we were playing with, and it was like doing the same thing where like it was showing her getting hit, but she wasn't actually getting hit. She was jumping over it cleanly. So maybe it was some of that, but I do think there was some shenanigans going on in that game.
Oh yeah. So yeah, I had one round where there's one game where you have tails and there's only a finite number of tails, or there's one, there was only one if it's a final round. And one person has the tail, everyone else is trying to take it from them. And this person got the tail from me when he was not close enough to grab onto my character, which, okay, could have been a visual bug. But then anytime someone got close enough to get him, he started wiggling on the ground, like doing the worm with his jelly bean, which you can't do in the game, and zooming away from people. And I was like, okay, like this kid's doing something. So I think that's like a perfect example of what we're going to be talking about for the rest of the episode. Gaming Heartbreaks, right? Like this super fun little party game comes out. And yeah, some people are going to get super sweaty with it. But to cheat, you're going to fucking cheat as a fucking jelly bean? Come on, man. And that is going to lead us into our next topic. I swear to God, if I hit the wrong fucking button here, I'm quitting everything.
Did.
Boom!
No sound.
The sound didn't play?
No.
No.
Oh, maybe it did.
I think it did.
Oh yeah, it probably did. We're muted.
Yeah, you guys
Sorry.
can't hear it. The sound played.
Hey, good job.
Hey, boy!
Yeah.
Nailed
We out
it.
here.
Wow, that is some production quality. Marky,
Play it again.
Mike.
Play
Yeah,
it
were you just
again.
shaking?
All right, let's give it to him again. Let's give it to him. Round 2.
Yeah, play it again. I'm gonna unmute. Play it again.
Made by
No.
Marky Mice.
No. Okay. Very nice.
All right, so we are talking about gaming heartbreaks today. And now there's gaming heartbreaks that everyone knows, like, when your favorite character rips in a game. But, we're talking more than that. We're talking personal, just, things that stuck with you deep, since we're talking maybe in the early 90s and we're still thinking about it from time to time. We're talking big time gaming heartbreaks. I have personal heartbreaks, and I even have a couple of heartbreaks from my father's perspective. But who's going to kick us off? Jay, do you want to kick us off with some gaming heartbreak?
I mean, I don't have the best ones. One of mine goes off of you with Jordan, which we both have a bone to pick with him as far as some old N64 shit.
Oh, yeah.
So, but I want you lead to you got done more.
All right,
digging than I did.
I'll kick it off. Listen, because I have an interesting little dichotomy of failures here for N64 in my life. So I was a huge Super Nintendo player. Loved it. Had it since I can remember. It was just, my earliest memories, there was always a Super Nintendo in my room. When N64 came out, I think it was in September of like 96, I want to say, was when it came out. So that Christmas was like, everyone in first grade was like, I need this N64. And about, that's about the age where, like, you have no concept. You still believe in Santa, and then you have no concept of money, really. So, I didn't grow up with a lot of money. So my N64 journey started with me begging for N64. And my parents are like, we can't afford it. We can't afford it. And I'm like, well, guess what? Santa's coming in about 38 days, bitch. Well, that was, Christmas morning, and I woke up.
Your parents just sweating.
And I got a couple Super Nintendo games, no box, straight from Funkoland. And I'm like, Mom, like, I think Santa, like, forgot to give us the N64. I mean, it's got to be around here somewhere, right? And she was like, yeah, so, funny thing, so Santa makes, the elves make the gifts, or they go and procure them, and they bring them to the house, but actually, your parents still have to pay for some of that, and it's, it's been a tight year. So I was like, I don't get it, because, like, everything I read, like, I'm pretty sure Santa gives you the fucking gifts for free. So yeah, I mean,
it was Amazon.
So
Santa
then
was Amazon.
So then we got, Jay waking up with his green N64, Donkey Kong 64.
Oh, he probably got 3 or 4.
Yo, dude, you get the new N64? And I'm like, Santa said, he was really, there's some other more needy kids. They needed a little more than I did. They're going to bring it next year for me. So I went a full year without N64 when all my boys had it. Me sitting there in first grade, they're like, yo, did you play the new fucking Mario 64? And I'm like, hell yeah, I did. So that's how my N64 journey started. Let me tell you how my N64 journey ended. RIP N64. I have notoriously kept every system that I ever had. And most of the games. I started trading in games probably like the PS2 era. It was the first time I started trading games in to buy new games. So I have all my old games, And a wonderful person in this chat named OGT Jordan had something that, you know, he wanted to borrow my N64 to play. I don't remember what game he wanted to play through. Maybe it was Perfect Dark, which kind of leads into Jay's Heartbreak. So he borrowed my N64. He borrowed the controllers. He borrowed my games. I was like, of course, I'm a good friend. I get it. You want to play the old games. Here you go. He said, Jay, you know, Dan doesn't really have all the games I want to play. You think you could help me out? Jay says, you know what? I'm also a good friend. Let me help you out. He gives us some games. I don't even know how long went by, a couple weeks. And at the time, you know, Jordan was scrounging up for some cash. You know, we're talking like, yo, you want to go to Burger King? And he's like, let me pull up the couch cushions real quick. Let's see what's going on. Well, one day he was particularly hungry. And he got quite the meal at Wendy's. And I'm like, yo, like, when are you going to give my N64 back? And he's like, bro, I sold it. I said, excuse me. I think I misheard you. Did you just say you sold my N64? And he's like, yeah, dude, like I needed a Wendy's like meal. I sold it. Oh, it's Texas Roadhouse. Okay. Texas Roadhouse. Yeah, and this little shit was with him.
Yeah,
sitting here.
I didn't condone it though.
But once it was sold, you were like, what's done is done. Once it's sold, what's done is done. So we're going to just,
my own shit.
We might as well go get the food. So this kid sold my N64 and my games, not all of them. He brought back some of the games. I'm like, what the fuck am I going to do with these? What am I going to do? You sold my system, you piece of shit. And you know what? You sold Jay's games too. Jay, I mean, I was pissed. This was the most mad I ever was at Jordan.
But you would have never have used it.
It doesn't matter. It's the principle.
Okay, but he used the Texas Roadhouse, dude. You're out of line.
No, not out of line, because I've gone back and played Super Nintendo since then. Who's to say I went and played N64?
Let me say something, dude.
Yeah, get it out.
N64 launched at 200 bones. Your mom could have made it work, dude. She fucking lied to you.
Dude, I don't know, man.
Nobody's that fucking broke. Okay? They both worked retail. Overtime up the fucking asshole during that time. Dude, your dad could have stayed fucking 5 minutes late every day and got you the N64. They didn't want to get you the N64. Fucking accept it.
So you're saying my parents didn't love me enough to get me it?
No, motherfuckers put Santa on blast, saying that Santa was charging too much. Fuck, nah.
Okay, but you have two brothers, Dan. So you have two brothers. Usually a gift like that will be like, it's for the whole all family. Of you guys.
Yeah. No, they were supposed to be for all of us, yeah.
So like, what did you guys get that Christmas instead of the N64?
They got $200 worth of SNES games.
No. We got like probably 2 SNES games and odds and ends, dude. I don't know, pair of fucking 14-inch Jeanco jeans. I don't know, Levi's.
No, you don't, dude. Dave sabotaged, dude. He's in the background, like, Mom, we really don't need N64 this year. Like, some cool games I'm never gonna play.
Dude, you know what? If there's one thing I've learned in the past week, life finds a way. And if she wanted that N64 in that house, it would have been there.
Wait, we gotta mention this. Nick is saying, yeah, we really didn't get that much. Nick, I love the support, but you were 3 fucking years old, you little son of a bitch liar. Don't fucking act like
Nick,
you remember.
Your head went through a wall around that time. You don't remember shit.
Wait, Nick's head went through a wall?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Nick's head went through a wall.
By who?
George,
by my hands.
This is all nonsense.
All right.
Pay no mind to it.
Nicky got the speed boost down the hallway, and Dan tripped him into the wall, and he literally put his head through.
In high school, we used to get good gifts. Yeah. This was not high school, Jordan. Times are tougher.
Okay, but with the N64, dude, I didn't give him games. I gave him the singular game I kept. I kept one game because I really liked it. I had the box and everything. I looked it up on eBay, and I could have only gotten $40 for it these days, so I'm not that mad. I figured it was gonna be like a couple hundred.
Perfect Dark.
Perfect Dark, dude.
Which steaming hot take. Perfect Dark was a better game than 007 GoldenEye.
I never played.
Oh yeah, multiplayer was better. You could play bots, 4v bots.
Come at me. I will argue that with anyone all day, and they will never win
good.
the argument because there
It's
was
a
bots.
lie. I've never played Perfect Dark, but it's a lie.
You're talking N64 co-op. N64 was not that good. It's actually my least favorite system of all systems. So of all systems I owned. So yes, I agree. N64 is not that good. It's the principle that my boys didn't respect me. They still
I
don't
loved
respect me.
N64.
To be
Dude,
honest.
if
Like,
your mom didn't
N64 was
respect you enough to
awesome.
get it for you year one, then your boys owe you nothing.
Okay. All right. I respect your opinion, and I respectfully disagree. So, Jay, what else you got on Heartbreaks in your gaming career? Now, I know one of them. I could get you a little jump start.
You might know one that I don't even know.
Talk about how Anonymous ruined your favorite game series.
Oh, that was on here.
Oh, I
But
knew it would be.
it was a two-parter because my favorite game developer destroyed my favorite game series, and then Anonymous destroyed my favorite game series.
So let's walk us through it.
But I'm literally gonna buy it used at GameStop for $2.99 so I could play the single player on PlayStation 3. But so yeah, SOCOM 4. We were in my basement. You were there, Jubes was there, Jordan was there. Black and white, non-game graphics reveal. Remember at the game show? Maybe it was the Game Awards still before Jeff Keighley took over. There's
Yeah, I
that
don't
really
remember.
weird reveal trailer. The guy shuts the door and he's like, dude, what are we gonna do? And it's a guy in his jeans and it's SOCOM 4. We were pumped. We were going nuts. We were so happy. I think we threw a party down in my basement. And then
Probably did, dude.
SOCOM 4 beta came out.
With
And it was
one
the
small
trash
pizza.
that it was. And then Anonymous took down the servers and bye-bye SOCOM.
Yeah, so we're not talking about took down the servers for a short amount of time. Anyone in chat that's old enough to remember, I mean, we're talking the servers got taken down for PSN for, I think
30
it
days.
was 30 days. It was like 28 days straight. And I'm talking no online. You couldn't update your games. You couldn't play any game that was online. And SOCOM was online only, right?
Dude,
I don't even think there was a single player.
No, there was a
online.
campaign.
Was there?
'Cause I broke my controller. Yeah, I got the
Yeah.
Oh, he broke his controller over the campaign. So, you know what? Honestly, they did you a favor because you would have lost the TV, the bed, the fucking house. I don't know, like if you were playing online. But yeah, so you're talking a double whammy of SOCOM just getting killed.
Yeah, Anonymous gave birth to PS Plus. So, because they had to get better protection after that.
So then they
Right,
started charging us
that's when
$60 a month.
That's when we lost
I
our
mean,
free
$60 a year.
PlayStation Online. Yeah.
Well,
But yeah, SOCOM 4.
for better or
Rip.
worse.
George, go outside. Tell me what kind of weather it is. It's a nice day today.
Dude, how could you say N64 was a bad system? Like, I just don't even.
Great system.
No, it's my least favorite. I
So many good
I
games.
said
Love
it was
Super
not even
Nintendo.
that good.
love
Played my
GameCube.
first
Dude,
Resident Evil on N64.
Bro, really? Like
No,
you
no,
gotta
no.
really think
I'll take it
about
back because the Zelda games on it carried that system. But other than that,
Wind Waker.
Other than that,
Wind
That's
Waker was
GameCube.
not. That was GameCube. All right, what do you got, Mark? What do you got?
Toy
Break
Story.
my heart.
No, but
Cruising
Dan, you
World.
had another one.
I have
First off, someone brought up Dave with the nacho cheese in the PS2.
I could walk us through that. All right, I got a couple with Dave that involve Dave, and I'll go through them one by one. Okay, so not so much a gaming heartbreak for me. It was how someone could choose to respond to a gaming heartbreak. So when PS2 was out, we lived in a house where me and Nick, the two younger siblings, shared a room, and then Dave had his own room. We got a PS2, which I thought was as a family, and it ended up in Dave's room. So Dave had control of the PS2 while Nick and I were still reduced to our Nintendo days. It also was not nacho cheese. If it was anything, it was definitely cream cheese, but we'll get there. When the PS2 Slim came out, it was out for a little while, and then Nick and I were like, let's just, for Christmas this year, let's just ask for combined. We'll get a PS2 Slim and put it in our room. So we asked for that, and we didn't really ask for anything else because we already had PS2 games. We just were stuck sharing Dave's PS2 with him. So my mom's like, okay, that makes sense. That's fair. So then we're getting closer to Christmas, and Dave had some offhand comments like, well, the PS2, the slim one's a lot nicer, blah, blah, blah. That was it. He didn't really mention anything about it. All of a sudden, our fat PS2 started to struggle to work. Oddly, right before Christmas. Next thing we know, the PS2 fat breaks. And there's a big commotion in the house. So my mom agrees, because at this point, none of us believe in, Santa, whatever. She's like, listen, I get it. We can go to Circuit City and buy 2 PS2 Slims and put one in each room, but that's it. You're not getting stuff for Christmas then. Like, this is your early Christmas. This is probably early December. We go, we get the 2 PS2s. Dave, happy as a clam. So then my friend down the street, who's good with computers, is like, I don't have a PS2. Like maybe I could fix the PS2 fat and then we could keep it at my house.
PS2
And this is where we learn how one man can respond differently to a gaming heartbreak. You know, he was heartbroken that his younger siblings were going to have the newer, better PS2 than him. This is all alleged, and I wish he was in this chat to defend himself right now. He might be watching. I would love to have him defend himself. Well, our buddies and me, Jay, and our two buddies, we take the PS2 apart, and there is gunk inside, like all jammed into where the fan is, and it's just the PS2 was overheating, and it was gunk, and I honestly think it might have been Panera cream cheese, full fat, regular, loaded with sugar. You know, you need that. You need the fat. You need the sugar because you see it gets into the system a little more. It makes the braking more effective, and it'll make it not work just long enough for your mom to get you the PS2 Slim.
Maybe somebody with a chemistry background would have known that.
Yeah. Dave doesn't even have chemistry.
All right. So you gotta really give me the details of what it looked like and what it was, and did it work afterwards?
Oh, so this is great. So once you cleaned it out, it worked like a dream, but only for one day because then Ed was playing a Harvest Moon on it for 24 hours straight. I don't even know if it was Harvest Moon or if he switched. No, he switched. Okay, we finally got him to stop playing Harvest Moon. He switches to, I don't know if it was Madden or if it was a football simulator, but he was running
NBA.
It was NBA. Okay, he's running.
Oh, he used to simulate the whole season.
He was simulating seasons, not even playing the game, simulating seasons, and his team missed the playoffs. So he kicked the fucking system off the desk into the wall, and it broke for good. It lasted 2 days.
He was sitting in his basement for hours just pressing the X button to sim this season. He was trying to have the perfect seasons, dude. He was probably 20 seasons in. They lost one fucking game. He kicked it off the table.
I said, why, if you wanted to win that bad, why didn't you play the fucking game? And he was like, no, I didn't want to play the game. I just wanted to see how my franchise turned out.
That's Ed's
they
gaming
missed the
career.
playoffs once. He's not a big gamer, no. So that was his
Harvest
gaming career.
Moon in Abe's basement for 24 hours straight, and then simming NBA games. That's literally the extent.
So he broke the. So the system was. It was literally like. It's literally when. Okay, so it died on Friday, Good Friday. They put it away. It was resurrected, reborn on Sunday, and then you never really heard about it again after fucking Tuesday because it ended it for good.
All right, so assuming the gunk wasn't food and it wasn't put there, what could it have been?
I don't. That's what we can't fathom because I've seen dusty computers. I've seen it just doesn't turn into white sludge. I don't know. I don't know what it was, dude.
So it was white.
It was whitish. Yes, it was cream cheese-esque in nature.
And you went home and you obviously brought this up.
Oh yeah, we brought it up and it was adamantly denied, categorically denied.
Yeah, he did the whole "No, Dan, shut up" and walked down the hall.
Probably called me a jackass, and that was it. We moved on from it. I still had my PS2 Slim, so I wasn't really that mad. But
that was probably like, leave him alone.
So you guys really got nothing for Christmas that year?
No, we got like stockings and probably like maybe like 2 things of clothing from my mom. Like we didn't get much that year but we got our presents early, so like we were still happy.
You already had SOCOM, and I got SOCOM that year.
Yeah, we got SOCOM. That was SOCOM. I had SOCOM. And that's why we wanted it, so we could play online. So let me bring you back to another. This is maybe shining a poor light on Dave, and I feel bad. But my dad.
How do you do the good light? My
dad is a quiet man. He casually jokes around sometimes, but mostly he's always been quiet. Like, my friends would come over. He used to go to work really early in the morning, like 2 a.m., 3 a.m. So he'd usually be sleeping when my friends are over. So not a huge factor in their lives. But his way of showing his love was always trying to get us the things we wanted. So fast forward, and the Nintendo Wii came out. Nintendo Wii. Coveted system. Like people were. One woman died. She killed herself over it because she tried to win a Nintendo Wii in a contest where you would drink more water than the other participants, not realizing that you can actually drown your cells with too much water. She died trying to win a Nintendo Wii. Now, my dad, good man, but he didn't go that far. He could have. Didn't. But
Who
anyway,
set that contest up?
it was a radio,
Radio
station,
station or
and they got
something.
sued for wrongful
Oh
death.
yeah.
Okay, so Nick was still younger at the time. Can anyone look up when the Wii came out? What year? I want to say it was like 2000 and
2012.
High school probably.
no,
It was after high school.
2012.
2006. Sorry, that was the year.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
2006. Okay, so it was 2006. So Nick was 13. Okay, Nick was 13, I guess. So I was 16, Nick was 13. And my dad, no, these Wiis were sold out everywhere. My dad, I swear to God, he would wake up 2 a.m, get to work at 3, get out in the afternoon, and he would drive every day all over the state of Connecticut to try to find a Nintendo Wii to buy because Nick wanted it so bad for Christmas. I'm talking like this man would come home at like, now my mom used to go to work at 6 p.m. My dad would miss dinner, come home, just be like, yeah, like I went to like fucking, I went to Norwalk, then I went to fucking Litchfield.
Nobody told him that you could call ahead and ask if they had it in stock.
No, because they used to say no reserves. So they'd say like, we have like 3 here.
Dude,
And it's my dad's speed racer.
Is there any like chance that he was just lying to you and he was?
No, because me and Dave and my mom would like know about it, and he'd be calling us, and we'd be trying to like tell him, okay, this store says they had 5 as of like 2 hours ago. So like
so there was like HQ, like
no, yeah, like we all
home,
knew
like, on the computer.
except Nick, right? And maybe he had an idea. So my dad went everywhere, and he finally right before Christmas gets a Nintendo Wii. So he is, my dad just so giddy, just sitting there like, he's gonna love it. He's gonna love it.
Did Nick know he was getting it, or was it still up in the air?
No, still up in the air. So Nick wakes up Christmas morning. There's a fucking Nintendo Wii under there. He was probably mentally prepared that like, I'll get it when I get it. Like it's sold out right now. So he gets Nintendo Wii. Now this kid is beyond stoked, right? So my dad he's got a shit-eating grin on. He's so happy, like best Christmas ever. He hooked it up, played Wii Sports immediately. You're right. But guess what? We had the Wii in the living room because you needed a little more room to play it because you're using the Wiimote. Well, 3 weeks later, Nicky Boy back on PS2 or whatever game is out, playing SOCOM online, playing Battlefield online with his boys. In the smoke you will find me. And like, my dad's sitting there every night watching the Red Sox, just looking at that Wii on the ground, just like, I drove more hours around the state than he played this thing.
That was pretty much how the Wii went for everybody, though. The same thing happened with Spoon.
I'm not saying, listen, I'm not saying that you didn't play it, Nick. You did. But after a little bit, we all went back to PS2. We know. And that was a gaming heartbreak for my dad. Not as big of a gaming heartbreak as when he had to realize that his son was a rat piece of shit. Because that's a really tough thing to admit as a father. Like to realize, like, you contributed to the raising of this boy. So let me take you back to before Nicky was walking around. Nick had the solo room because there was a crib in it. And me and Dave would hold it down in the big room. It was literally 12 by 12. With the Super Nintendo. Now, my dad at that point still used to play video games with us because like we didn't have anyone to play with. And like I was probably like 4 and my brother was probably 7. And like we used to play games and my dad would like come and play like sports games with us. So let me take you down, trip down memory lane where my dad would try to play with Dave. Or Dave would be playing with me and my dad would be watching. And now this is big brain, and I would love to get your perspective on this. Is this considered unethical, or is it big brain? Dave used to do things in the game, and when we asked, hey, how do you do that? How do you steal bases in RBI baseball fucking 93? And he'd say, I don't know. And we say, you do it every time, so how do we throw the ball to second when you're stealing? I don't know. So then my dad would start asking him, like, how do I do this? And Dave would tell the wrong controls. So he would always try to win that way. Big brain or rat piece of shit?
Rat piece of shit. The subterfuge against his own father. What were the fucking stakes?
No stakes.
It was like what for what end? It wasn't a grudge match.
Maybe it was.
Nothing was on the line.
He
It
just
makes
wanted to play
no.
games
It,
with his
ma-
son.
Yeah, you're talking about
Yeah,
a
it
man. He
makes
just
no
wanted to play some
sense.
fair games. Run me a fair one, baby.
Like winning meant that bad that you had to just like completely lie like that.
You know, maybe,
Dude, it's your dad.
dude, you're talking about a 7-year-old who didn't have a lot of wins yet. He wasn't winning in life yet. So he's like, this feels
When he
good.
started.
This feels really good, man. This feels really good. So he kept screwing his dad over, screwing his little brother over, telling me that fucking Y stole base when in reality it would make me stop my runners and he'd just run over to tag me. Got him. What are
I
your
think
thoughts?
it goes back. I think it goes back to the rat piece of shit that are cheating on Fall Guys. They're just the new generation of Daves.
Of 7-year-old Dave.
Yeah.
He's not here to defend himself.
I know he might say he'll deny it categorically. But those are my dad's 2 big gaming heartbreak stories. Mark,
Yeah, if I was your dad, I wouldn't talk to you guys either.
no, but here's the thing. We talked about being a young piece of shit. That's different than being an older piece of shit, right? Because like you don't know better at 7. But Jubes, I want to talk about the same rat piece of shit who sold my N64, because I think you might have a story about Jordan, possibly another question where we could say fair punishment or unethical, and I want to know.
I'm a little biased, dude. Everything comes back to SOCOM. I'm a little biased over here.
Yeah, so
Sorry.
Jubes, what do you got for us to walk us through what happened?
Now the issue with this is that the crime is very bad, but
N64.
how it affected me wasn't really. It wasn't in sync. It'd be like if you murdered Hitler. Like, yeah, murder is pretty bad, but then again, it was Hitler. So, Jord had the SOCOM and the PS2 in his room. Either I took a day off from school just to spank my weasel and play a little SOCOM, because you had to take those kind of days when you were in high school, or maybe it was a weekend. But I don't know where else he would be without his PS2, because he'd probably be playing SOCOM all day. So
Undoubtedly.
I go in and I'm trying to play on my name. I didn't want to play on his name. I didn't want to mess up his stats. So I log him out, log him in, or log him out and I log in, and I play, and then I'm done. But he didn't save his password, and he didn't know his password.
Which is on him.
Which 100%
Just gonna
is on
say
him.
it. Just gonna say it. It was on him to know his password.
So he got so mad that he wasn't gonna be able to log into his account anymore that he took all my PS2 games, except the ones that I actually cared about, and just completely just put them on. We had like the old like stand-up radiators in our room for the heat, and just scratched them, and that was it.
So this is a form of capital punishment.
Jordan
No,
saying
Jordan,
you deleted his
no,
save
Jordan, that's
data.
not what it was.
No, you couldn't
just
log
didn't
in. I
remember-
remember, and you lost
Okay,
your
but
online
here's
stats.
something
Yeah.
to remember. SOCOM 3, you couldn't play ranked unless you attached a credit card. And it was already really hard to get your parents to give you their credit card.
Oh,
to,
it's
like, put on
insanely
a
hard,
game like
dude.
that. So like Jordan had to lose his account, not only with his his weapons and everything, and unlocking the weapons that took a while, which like he said was the STG and the IDub on for each side. Like you really needed those guns. And he didn't have the credit card attached to the account anymore. Like he had to ask his mom again for a credit card. They
Listen,
weren't
but,
going to charge anything, but it needed it to play ranked. It was kind of a way to like stop people from like just flooding with different names like they did in previous SOCOMs because of the cheating. So,
all right, while Jordan gets his side of the story out, I'm just going to tell you how Jay and I heard the story. Because it started with us hearing that someone punched someone in the face.
42 missions.
Jubes punched Jordan in the face. And we were like, why? So then he's like, oh, like, yeah, he took all my games and graded them along the top of the radiator so none were playable. And we were like, dude, that's fucked up. And then Jordan was like, well, he deleted my SOCOM save file, or like he overwrote it or whatever it was. And we were like, I mean, that's pretty harsh. That's like if you got busted for shoplifting and they literally hung you from the gallows. Because like to me, like those games back then as a kid, like even if he wasn't playing them, he could have probably traded those in to get a new game. Because like you didn't have a way to make money. He was probably like 14.
My login may have overwrote the safe, but like he's making it seem like I went into like the browser, the memory card, and deleted his shit. That's not what happened. All I did was innocently log in.
Right. You didn't do it maliciously.
No. I
it was accidental. It was accidental. I mean, I don't know.
But whatever. I kept my Dragon Quest 11.
I always thought that was
or Dragon Quest 8.
I thought that was one of the biggest overreactions of all time.
Yeah, it was. And
that's coming from a man who put his brother's head through a wall just because he was running away from me.
Dude, you gotta remember, we were playing SOCOM 3 every day. Like, he needed the guns, Dan.
It was his life.
Like,
no, you really didn't need those 2 guns.
Yeah,
you needed them, dude. You couldn't play without
5.52 and M4. That's all you
needed.
Dude,
come on. Really? You're the guy who we put in the top of Crucible. You'd be hiding in the back. Or Citadel.
Jay,
like,
that
you
was
don't know
when,
what's going on, Julian.
That was on S3. I was a little boy. Then I grew up.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, we're talking about S3. This isn't combined assault.
Yo, Dub, dude. You gotta get out.
No, I have to say what really happened.
You messed up all the cameras. This kid, rat piece of shit.
Listen, it had nothing to do with my save file. I mean, it had nothing to do with my login. It had everything to do with the save file. It was 42 missions. The game was not fun, and the missions were so difficult. And I had to read it, but here's the thing, right?
Get him out.
He's still
so anyways, yeah, we get into the fist fight, and Bill is at my house. So I have Jubes. Jubes is on the floor, and I have my foot on his temple. And Bill pushes me off. But what ends up happening is that all I did was that Bill did the same thing. So I just copied the data. And that was that.
Damn.
But George, you're not remembering that you had Joe Dane and then you had to become Joe Dane . Because you lost your name.
No, that was on PS4.
George, no, it wasn't.
All right, George, back to the chat. We need the cams back.
That had nothing to do with you. That was another login issue.
No, George, that's what happened.
All right, back to the chat. You chose this fate.
Probably it's not gonna fix, right?
No, it did. It fixed. Because the captures are all the same. Captures are the same. We almost had a technical nightmare there. I'm glad he got to plead his case, but he actively stepped back from this episode, and I knew that this would have been a good one for him and Juves to go at it. But anyway, so that was a gaming heartbreak for Juves because he did lose some games that maybe he would have went back to, or maybe he would have traded in. We put some respect on your name. We got it. So, Mark, I haven't heard much out of you. I know you've had to have heartbreak in your life.
Dude, so I have a bad memory when it comes to games. Maybe I just push it to like the back of my mind. I try to forget all the heartbreaks. But one thing that sticks out in my mind is, so I have 2 older brothers. I'm the youngest. We used to play StarCraft all the time growing up. And I think my brother had just got a laptop or something. So we were actually able to play three all at once. And we would do, I forget the names of the maps, but it's like the one, they have the custom map with all like
it was all the squares.
It was all like the minerals right nearby. So like,
and each person had their own square or whatever.
Yeah, as fast as possible map.
Yeah, exactly.
Jimmy throwing around gifted subs. Big hype.
So we would do that, and I would just get stomped every time. I would be the first one to lose every single time. I was the youngest. I wasn't really a big fan of StarCraft, but I'm like super competitive person. So like I always wanted to beat my brothers. And so this is after like losing like 50 times in a row. And we're like, hey, you want to play StarCraft later? And it's like, yeah, I want to play StarCraft later. And it's like, I think I used to always be Protoss. Is that
Protoss?
Yeah, Protoss.
Those are like the sophisticated aliens.
Yeah. And they used to have I'm pretty sure they had the turrets that could attack ground and air.
Yep, photon cannons.
Okay. So my brother would also be Protoss, and he would just build like 3 rows. Like he would just stack himself in like Fort Knox in there. I was so young, like I could never kill him. If I was trying to, then my other brother would jump in. But anyways, what I'm getting at is there's one time and I finally was like doing well. I like fought off some attacks. I was like looking like I was going to win. I'm like beating up on my brother. He's running around the map. Then all of a sudden they hit me with the team up.
They allied.
They allied. Dude, I got stomped so bad. My brother was waiting outside. My other brother was waiting outside my base as I'm like attacking my brother, and he just comes in, messes me up. That was it. And I'm still 0 for 90 something on winning at StarCraft. I've never beaten my brothers in StarCraft.
Okay, so to piggyback off that, when we used to play Halo 2 System Link, there was everybody who was Jordan's age versus everybody who was my age. And we were called, our team name was Noobs Are Us, and we never caught a single dub once. But it was one of those things, because we used to play TDM, so we would play like with somebody who would go like 0-25.
Yeah.
So we were better off playing without them. But yeah, me and Chubbs used to try so hard, but we couldn't beat Jordan, Bill, and Kellis.
But StarCraft was the source of many heartbreaks, because I got a couple that it's just a generic. Jordan mentioned in the chat earlier, so he was in a StarCraft clan, and if you've ever played a game with Jordan, he's always BM, bad manners. I mean, you're talking about a kid who's got probably 10 accounts permabanned on League of Legends, but we won't get into that.
Oh, more than that.
So he said that he was so BM in public chat in StarCraft that his clan saw it and kicked him out, and he sobbed like a baby. But my heartbreak on StarCraft used to be when me and Jay were playing. Now, this was before Discord. You know, Jay had dial-up, I had cable, and we used to play, I shit you not, we used to get walkie-talkies, and we would sit there and actively have to take our hand off the mouse and keyboard to pick up the walkie-talkie and be like, yo, let's attack yellow right now, okay? And put it back down. Big brain. We weren't fucking around. So the biggest heartbreak for me was always like we'd be winning, maybe even like handedly winning, and Jay would all I would hear is the walkie-talkie blip. Yeah, Dan, I'm really sorry. My mom's got to use the phone. I tried to tell her to wait. Game's taking us. Jimmy, no. Jimmy, no. And you just see Stalks is disconnected. That wasn't his name back then. I don't know what it was.
Screen would go gray, and it would say trying to reconnect your teammate, like it was paused.
Oh, my God, dude. And I just had to sit and watch the countdown until he's disconnected. And that was my heartbreak on StarCraft, dude. Oh, Jay.
Okay, so I need an economic line graph of like both of your families, because at this point now you have good internet. You have good expensive internet for the time.
No, but you gotta, this is why
damn blessed up, dude. They got the Dell family computer with the cable package, dude. Like they
this is why
completely skipped over, dude.
Because we didn't have a computer.
At what point did you guys hit like a slipstream of economic growth?
No, we never did. But here's what happened. It's
Julie,
that we didn't have a computer.
Got a computer and cable. Like, come on.
Yeah,
dude.
what happened?
The biggest bless
No, I'll tell you exactly how it happened. Right. So my parents had saved up.
We need an audit.
my parents had saved up to finally get our basement. Our basement was semi-finished, and then we finished it so that we could have livable space down there. But what happened was, this person's actually related to Jared. The contractors they hired fucked us over and never came back to finish the job. So they started, and then once they got like the midpoint payment, they fucking skipped town. So whatever cousin that was for Jared, I gotta say big fuck you to him. But because of that, I think there was like, I don't know, insurance money for that loss. And then the people who came in to finish the job did it cheaper. So then there was some extra money. So I never had a computer at all before this. Like I never had dial-up ever in my life. I just had no computer. I could tell the exact moment that it got there. September 11th, 2001, terrorist attack happened. We came home from school early. That day, my Dell computer arrived via UPS, and we were all sitting on the guardrail on my street, chilling, about to play wiffle ball, and I see my computer arrive September 11th. I'll never forget. So that was the first time I ever had a computer, and we had cable internet from the get-go because my mom was like, I don't want the phone to go out when you guys are using online. So that's why. So Jay just was like a little later, and then they got DSL, which I think DSL was faster than cable at that point. But yeah, before that, he was still running dial-up, and he used to leave me hanging.
I feel like you just wanted the day off. I think you may be suspect to 9/11.
No.
Weird that it links up like that.
No, I was still very proud American at that point in my life.
Oh, so you're not anymore.
Less proud now. Still I was very proud back then. Would never do anything like that. But yeah, Jimmy had DSL.
Yeah, my SOCOM hours were reserved to late night hours because couldn't risk the phones being taken.
Yeah,
down
I
more.
definitely lost a few Warcraft 3 games because people were picking up the phone, didn't know I was playing.
But I have a story about my own economic prowess that led to gaming heartbreak that I was very unsuspecting of. You would steal your neighbor's internet. That's 5head. Jesse Cake, I knew you were a bad girl from the day I met you. Anyway, so I had the first big purchase of my life was that I saved up money for birthdays, several holidays, saved it up because I wanted the new Game Boy Advance. I got my Game Boy Advance and I purchased one game with it because that's all I could afford. And now I was very torn. But back in the day, like I didn't like know to look up games. I was like just in the store looking back at the box. What game do I want? And I bought Dragon Ball Z. I don't know if it's called like Goku's Quest or something, but it was
Budokai.
Oh, no.
No.
Wait,
This is a top down. It's top down.
Yeah, I had the game.
Adventure
I'll look it
game.
up.
Phenomenal game.
Okay.
But me being super hyped, first big boy purchase, bought myself a Game Boy Advance in a game. I
The
get
Legacy
home,
of Goku. The Legacy of
Goku. I put it in. I'm playing this little like it's kind of remind me of like Sword of Mana, Secret of Mana style gameplay. You're popping sensu beans like fucking at Avalon in Mohegan, and
Nobody knows what that is.
it's a club. It's a club in Mohegan, big casino. Anyway, so I'm popping sensu beans. I literally, like, my mom's like, yo, you gotta go to bed, dude. I'm like, okay, yeah, sure thing. Shut the light, under the comforter, got the Game Boy Advance out. I sat the game, beat it. And I'm like, yeah, dude, I'm a pro gamer. And then I said, what am I gonna play on my Game Boy Advance? And I was dirt poor at this point, spent all my money, couldn't buy another game, had to wait till Christmas to get another game. Dude, that was a heartbreak for me. And that's when I realized, like, sometimes it's just not good to rush through the game that you got, or maybe I should have bought a longer game. I don't know.
So that could lead into one of my heartbreaks because it has to do with a handheld. I feel like I feel like Dan and his brothers screwed me over on this a little bit.
Oh, did
they had the DS ones where you could do like the draw on the screen, and like you guys could all like sit in the same area and play like that Pictionary game together.
Yeah.
So it was like Dan's birthday or Nikki's birthday. They all had them. We were sitting in the basement. I didn't have one yet. Everyone was playing it, having a great time, drawing dicks and stuff, like the usual stuff.
Drawing some.
But I was like, dude, I really got to get one. I had no money to get it. Obviously, I wasn't working at that time, so I was like, I got to trade in my PS2 for it. So I went to the store, traded in my PS2, got it with like Zelda or something, some stupid top-down game that was terrible. Got home within 2 hours, dude. I was calling GameStop feverishly asking if I could trade it back in to get my PS2 back.
Did they let you?
Like, nah, dude, we don't do stuff like that. Like, that's it. Like, once you trade it in, it's done. Like, we can't give it back to you.
So did you go buy back the PS2 with money?
Dude, later on, dude, that DS never got any playtime. I literally traded.
You were
it in
never a
for
handheld
system I
gamer
never
though,
used.
ever.
No, I'm not.
I was always a handheld gamer. Loved Metroid because Super Metroid, one of my favorite games. Then it was reduced to handheld side scrollers. And guess what? Another heartbreak. Fucking Metroid Prime gets announced. I'm like, holy shit, yo. They're reviving Metroid, my favorite series, back out of handhelds, back to the forefront, putting it in that primetime slot on the Nintendo GameCube. And then they're like, oh, gameplay. I said, what the fuck? You made it a first-person shooter? Are you fucking kidding me?
But that game's awesome.
Supposed to be very good, but you know what? By principle, I liked side-scrolling Metroidvania style Metroid games. I'm talking Metroid Zero Mission, Metroid Fusion, Super Metroid,
Fusion.
I never really put that together. That there was like a complete change in gameplay.
All amazing, and they changed it.
What are they like now?
They don't make them anymore, but they're supposedly reviving Metroid Prime. But I don't know. They might be doing a remaster. People love Metroid Prime. Not me, because it took away my favorite handheld game and Super Nintendo game, and they twisted it away from me. But Mark, I want to get into our newest segment that Bill presented to us, and we're running with it. Amazing idea. We're going to play a game called Name That Game. And Mark did some research, and he looked at games, critically acclaimed games. I think he looked up the top 100 games, pulled from there, and found 1-star reviews of the game. and he's going to tell us, and we're going to have to guess. Mark, how do you want to run this before we hit into this game?
Okay, so just straight off the bat, a lot of people are giving like 1 star, so I'm just looking for like people that gave like shitty reviews for some of the greatest games that you know of like all time. So I kind of went through, picked about 5 or so that I thought would be fun to do on stream. I would like you guys, if you can, to write down your answer, if possible, if any way that's possible. If not, I guess we'll just do around the horn and just hopefully.
No, write it down. If you got to do it on your phone, do it on your phone.
Yeah, don't look at chat. But I believe we have some animation to that, and then if so,
we're gonna get into it, and then we're gonna show our answer at the same time when Mark tells us. We're all gonna hold it up to the camera to see if any of us got it right. Chat, you're more than welcome to play. And honestly, if you want to add one more and go look up a 1-star review of a game that you love and read it and see if we can guess it, we're down to do that too. Get Mark involved in it too. So I'm gonna hit us with the intro to our newest segment. Beautiful. Marky Mice. He's hitting us up with these animations.
Very nice.
All right.
Very nice. Okay, so this is called Name That Game, which you just saw. I'm going to read you guys some bad reviews and then write down your answer, what you think it is. Chat too, you can play along. But let's get started. So I don't know, like I was going through these reviews, and maybe as we do it, if we do this like every week as a quick segment, I'll have a better idea of what's going to be like super hard and what's like super easy. I tried to find somewhere in the middle, but still kind of make it kind of on the easier side. That way you guys like, it's just not super vague and you're just like, well, I don't know what that is. Okay. So first one is this. So this game basically sucked. Classics are not always good. The graphics were horrible. Crash Bandicoot had way better gameplay and graphics. Bosses were lame and repetitive. But for the DS was better because the original not the best. Bowser looked like an oversized stuffed animal. The gameplay overall was boring. Got bored after collecting a couple stars. The one thing I liked was some of the level designs, although many PS1 games looked way better, such as Spyro the Dragon or Crash Bandicoot.
Okay.
So that one had some context clues, which should be easier for you guys.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that was too easy.
All right, so are we showing our answers now?
Done your answers.
All right, you guys got it written down?
Yeah.
All right, I'm holding mine up.
I mean,
I don't
maybe
know if you can read it.
Fuck. Oh no, you get it.
What do you got, Julie?
Oh, no.
All right, you guys all got it right. Correct. Super Mario
64.
Yeah, so that one was easy.
I mean, yeah, dude.
Great game. Love that game.
Yeah,
I know.
You should have said
the first one.
So you should replace that in the future with like the villain.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Next one. So we're all tied at 1 right now.
I wish Bill was awake to see this.
Atmosphere and graphics are okay. Sound is bad. Guns sound like you're kicking a tin can. Physics is terrible. You stumble on a seemingly 200-pound chest or a heavy wheelchair and it flies away 30 feet. 50 if you hit it with a wrench. It is also one of the most inconvenient and primitive shooters. And the addition of bioweapons does not help. You cannot zoom. You have no secondary fire modes. Money and items make a weak attempt at RPG shooter, but fail completely. You don't even have normal inventory. Switching bullet types is too micromanagerial. I played Quake 3 and CS competitively, and I have never been so frustrated by such unnatural aiming. Overall, 5 out of 10, but for making big fuss about it, 1 out of 10.
Are these user reviews?
Yes.
Yeah.
This is hard.
I have no fucking clue.
We might need to narrow this down to an era.
So atmosphere and graphics are okay. Sound is bad. Guns sound like you're kicking a tin can. It is also one of the most inconvenient and primitive shooters. The addition of bioweapons does not help. You cannot zoom. You have no secondary fire modes. Weapons are primitive. Gun, shotgun, Tommy gun. How original is that?
Oh, I know what it is.
All right, I'm gonna.
So I'm not sure if you guys have all played this.
Hold on.
George, you can't say anything, bro.
No, he can.
I have the
can.
chat-
We're not
he
looking
can,
at
he
chat.
can.
covered. I
I'm
have
not
the
looking at
chat
chat.
covered.
Ah,
I'm
this
sure
is
Jordan got it
tough.
right because I'm about to get it right.
Interactive podcast.
Well,
Yeah.
I thought we all had to wait.
Ah, shit. I don't even know what to guess. I don't even know what era we're in.
Do you want me to give you a hint?
I only got it because you reread it and you gave it a.
Hmm.
You said I got it second time around.
I
Wait,
think I
he
have
reread
close
it
to
and
it.
gave a piece?
No, like I heard something that made me understand what it was the second time you read it.
This game
All right,
came
all right,
out
Answer time.
2007. All right.
Ready?
10, 5, 4,
Yeah, I don't know.
3, 2, 1. Jay got it right. BioShock.
Really?
Yeah.
See, I couldn't think of the
Dude, you know-
wrench. I never played it.
So, all right,
That's a good
so
guess, though. Wolfenstein
What
is
was
a good
weird
guess.
for me was that it was like there's only Tommy guns in the game, but then I thought you at one point said there was bioweapons. So,
You did.
You do.
There
You
are.
have your abilities.
well, I guess
Like,
okay, yeah. I guess I was thinking alien weapons.
That's tough. That's tough.
That's all right. It's all right. Okay. So Dan has 1, Julian has 1, Jay is 2 right now.
Damn, Jay kills these trivias.
Hey.
Okay. Let's go.
What up,
to-
Trini?
Hey.
We're playing Name That Game based on 1-star or very low reviews of critically acclaimed games.
You won't run the animation again.
Yeah, you know what? I will. I'll run it just for Trini. I'll fucking do it. I'll fucking do it.
I gotta unmute for this.
It's a thing of beauty, honestly.
Okay. All right. So this next one. Here we go. 0-star review from this user.
0-star. You can give that?
0. Very bad game. I bought so a lot of these are not super newer games, kind of newish, but newer. Some of them been remade and things like that. People obviously, as we get in, around 2020 now, people are playing these old games and kind of going back and giving their reviews. So very bad game. I bought it because 8.0 score. Oh boy, how wrong I was. Controls sucks. XUX. Enemies using stupid dynamite. This is just very poor, bad game. Old, bad controls, very stupid enemies. If you are a gamer and you used to play many games and you like new this series, then you will hate this one. I don't know why someone gave this an 8, a 9, or a 10. It's just unfair because this game sucks. Those have to be fake reviews. So this may be too general.
Yeah, I mean that was just
Using
boy.
Using
Game
unfair
bad.
dynamite.
Sucks.
The enemies are using
Unfair
unfair dynamite.
Yep.
you got to throw in some hints. You got to at least give like a genre and a date.
So I'll read you another 0-star.
All right, there we go.
Same game.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
This franchise needs to end already. This game is proof that this is well past its expiration date. I got bored shooting zombies. That's how bad it is.
All right,
that's
I think I got it. I don't know, though.
Bomber, man.
Wait.
What year?
No year. Just go.
Oh,
we
we're
gotta
good?
go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I think.
I don't know if I'm right, but it's something I could think of.
I don't know.
I can give
Can
you one.
Can I get the first review again?
No, wait. Yeah, and then if we all get it wrong, don't give us the answer. Give us narrow it down for us, and then we'll try again.
Okay. So the only thing from the first review that would be helpful is the controls suck. The enemies are enemies using stupid dynamite. This is just very poor, bad game. Old, bad controls, very stupid enemies. If you are a gamer and you used to play many games and you like this type of series, then you will hate this one.
I got it.
All right, let's go.
I think I have something close.
I mean, I could be off by one.
All right,
but
let's put it up. Answers up.
Put it up.
Resident Evil
Yeah.
4.
Correct. You're all right.
What?
Dynamite,
Yeah,
baby.
I
Dynamite.
don't remember the dynamite specifically, but I do remember it. I remember the enemies having some really, overpowering shit. So.
All right. Nice.
They're like, shut down.
I think when we do this in the future, Dan, we should have like a little kind of like a low volume like music in the background, like game music.
That'd be
Oh
good.
yeah, we could do that. Yeah.
Okay.
A little elevator music.
Yeah, a little elevator music. Okay, here we go. Another 0-star review. This is possibly the worst series of games I have ever played. They're all so pointless. Gameplay was awful. Controls were just horrid. Story was lame. And he can't swim. He can walk up to people, slit their throat, yet he can't swim? What a joke. Stick to games that are good like Splinter Cell.
Wait, can you reread the very beginning? Because I was putting music on.
Okay. Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
I don't know if you can hear it. It's soft.
I haven't.
But you can't hear it, yeah.
I said, this is possibly the worst series of games I've ever played. They're all so pointless. Gameplay was awful. Controls were just horrid. Story was lame. And he can't swim. He can walk up to people, slit their throat, yet he can't swim. What a joke. Stick to games that are good like Splinter Cell. And now, if you guys are having trouble, I can read another one.
I don't know if the Splinter Cell is telling or it's a bait to make you think that this is a stealth game.
I think I got it, but I'm like, I might not have the right one. I definitely have the series.
This is really tough.
I don't think I have it right, but I think that my shit does apply.
I don't know. I don't, because the game I'm thinking of, you can swim in. So it's not gonna guess that. But then the other one, I don't know if it fits.
I don't even know if there was water in the first.
That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm trying to think. Jay, I see you looking around. Don't look anything up.
Oh no, I'm not. I was actually something off. I had no.
All right.
I know mine's wrong,
Ready?
but it fits.
There might be some controversy here, so I'm hoping this review is right.
Ready?
About the
Yeah, I'm good.
yeah.
Ready?
I have Assassin's Creed.
No. Okay, you guys are all wrong.
What? I thought Assassin's Creed.
Do you
Okay,
What-
but in GTA Vice City, it's a series. The controls aren't great. You can't walk up to somebody and slit their throat, and you can't swim.
Wait, okay,
All right,
but
let me
so
read
he's
another-
so
let me
so
read another
Juves-
review.
I mean, Jordan and Nick both guessed Assassin's Creed as well, so I wasn't far off.
Oh, that was
Yeah.
good. That was a good guess.
Okay.
This might make it a little easier, or at least narrow it down for you guys. They should make it a movie, not a game, as it's again almost nothing but cutscenes. Awesome as they look, I'd rather play a game than watch it.
All right, but this makes me think the original game I was gonna guess, but you can in fact swim in it.
Yeah.
I think. Okay.
I mean,
All right. My handwriting's shit, but
Now I'm just throwing shit out there because
I could be grasping here because you could swim.
I could be wrong. I mean, the person could be wrong. I'm just trusting the person.
all right. You ready?
Me
Yeah.
and Dan are gonna both have it.
Wait, I can't tell if mine shows.
Juice, you have a number after that?
I don't, but it would have to be. Yeah.
I'm inclined to give it to you all, you guys, because yeah, it was. They had it as MGS3. I don't know if it's correct about the swimming.
That's the number that I would have put.
You can
No,
swim. There's multiple times in the game where you can swim.
Yeah.
Run the croc hat.
But
Yeah.
MGS4 then. So you all got it wrong.
Wait, what? I just said Metal Gear Solid because I was doing the series, but you
I
can
mean, to
definitely
be
swim.
fair though, it's really hard to pinpoint the exact one in the series sometimes, unless
Yeah.
there's something
man
that's
said
really
5.
good clue.
So I'll give it to you all because it's all the same series.
Okay.
Maybe
That
it's
was
5.
That was tough.
Sorry. Yeah.
Wait, what review is it for?
Because I said
Dude, I don't
didn't
even know anymore.
I didn't know if the Splinter Cell
Metal Gear Solid
was
series,
a
we'll
bait.
say. Yeah, we'll say Metal
Because the
Gear
Splinter
Solid.
Cell could have been, you know, if the Splinter Cell was in the genre, then obviously it was Metal Gear. That's
Right,
the
but I
comparison
was
you would
thinking
draw.
Metal Gear, but like you
But-
literally open Metal Gear Solid 1 opens with you swimming underwater.
And then MGS3 have the croc hat.
No,
Yeah. Also, you don't slit throat very much, you know.
Hey, I'm
Number
just
3 you
going
do.
by
MGS3 you did,
Number
dude.
3 you do.
Okay.
All right, what do you got? Any more?
Yeah. 1 sec.
All right, name that fucking game. Can you guys
right.
hear the music? People in chat, put it a little louder. I don't fucking know, man.
Yeah, he definitely wrote a Metal Gear 5 review on a Metal Gear 3 review thread.
I don't hear any music, Dan. Now I do.
Oh, it's just starting.
So this might be easy or might not be. So, okay. People rave about this game. I really thought, wow, they must be great games. But they aren't. The movements of characters feel and look unnatural. The story is virtually non-existent. The controls are so clunky. Ooh, we have a theme here. The controls are so clunky. I almost think the difficulty people rave about, which, by the way, is one of the most word I don't want to say selling points I've heard, but was put there specifically to make it look like the crappy controls were part of the difficulty. So I think this one's a little hard because there's a lot of difficult games out there. So it's hard to narrow down which one I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I mean, is this a game that's actually difficult or?
Yes.
All right, I wrote mine down.
There is more I can read.
Yeah.
No, I
but
think
it
we go
kinda
off
gives
this.
a little bit away.
I think we go off this, and then you read more if we get it wrong.
Let me just read a little bit more.
What? I already got a guess.
Okay, I'll read this part. So he said, there's a dragon, and I literally saw no animation in it from far away, and I could see almost every part of it. I understand wanting a difficult game. I play every game I can on the hardest difficulty. Ooh, this must be Jay. Available, but does difficulty make a game worth buying? Ooh, he said he enjoyed Too Human over this. I don't know if you guys remember that game. Too Human over this. I was originally
So
going
I
to
have
give
2
this a
games
5.
I'm thinking of now after you read that one.
But putting my thoughts down actually made me realize how bad this game really is. I'm giving it a 2, literally only because the graphics are very nice. Then he had to end the review with P.S. I don't even find the game hard. I only stopped playing because the game was crap in my eyes.
Yeah,
he couldn't do it.
I have one.
I mean, I know the series. I just don't know. We're gonna go off of like, all right, whatever.
If this is the series that I'm not guessing, I'm gonna be pissed. The one that I want to guess out of this. All right, ready?
No. This is buzzer beater for me.
Jay, I had to go no guess on one of them because I couldn't think of it in time. Just throwing that out there.
Give me a second so I could look up another one while you're thinking.
No, we got it. What do we got?
Okay.
Oh, Jay went
Julian, what is it? Yeah, so Jay is wrong. So do we have a tie right now?
Yeah, we're all tied.
Tie.
Demon
Fuck,
Souls.
man,
Yeah, Demon
Souls.
Souls. Demon
God damn it.
Souls.
Who got it right in
Dragon
chat?
gave it away.
Yeah,
Did
but
anyone
the
get it
dragon
in
was
chat?
in 1 too, but that's why I was.
Jordan got it in chat.
Yeah, Jordan got it too in chat.
See, I had that written down from the
And
first review, though.
Demon Souls controlled a little clunkier than Dark Souls, but I did put Dark Souls in parentheses because I didn't know if I would get credit.
Trying to cover your bases.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh, that's okay. Okay, so
You got one more?
let me look up one more just for the.
And anyone in
tiebreaker.
chat, if you have a gaming heartbreak situation that you feel comfortable typing in the chat so that we could read, I would love to read it. Like Nick, if you got any, Trini, your biggest gaming, like heartbreak moment in gaming.
I stopped playing with him.
Jordan wrote a couple already that we kind of went over, but I don't know if you got anything else. What you got? What you got? Jay and I retired from Siege.
You guys gotta fill.
I'm asking chat to fill. They don't got shit. We got a couple minutes left of this podcast.
Yeah,
I
we
can
got
look
a
at
couple
chat
more
right now, then.
minutes left.
Chat is dead. No, yeah. Nikki gets Trini gets Bloodborne. He was wrong. Yeah, in-game heartbreak is. Yeah, there's definitely some in-game heartbreaks. You know, recently The Last of Us 2. We won't get into that too much, but
Yeah, so that's how the segment was kind of born.
yeah.
You can tell
I
how.
this,
One of Jay's heartbreaks was being so pumped for The Last of Us Part 2. Last of Us being one of his favorite games ever, and then he couldn't even get 14 hours through it. He just said, no. Didn't even play
one of my
it.
other heartbreaks.
Yeah, Jay, what
13
happened at the end of your Detroit game? Detroit Become Human.
Yeah,
What
talk
happened?
about that.
Marcus.
Did you fail?
No, so there's 3 storylines. There's Marcus, who's Jesse Smollett, who's like the resistance guy. Then there was the little girl and her caretaker, who I made decisions so that other people that were with them died, so that the little girl could survive. I said the whole point of this game was to have the little girl survive. Like, I gotta make tough decisions. I didn't put her at risk, so other people in our party died, which was sad. And then I made one bad choice at the end, and the other girl got shot.
No.
Yep.
Big fail.
Died right in front of me.
Mark, you ready?
So sad.
Just about ready. Yes.
Fucking Quizmaster General.
Okay.
Shotty to the chest, point blank, to a little girl.
Yep.
Dude, what the fuck?
Okay, here we go. Last one. Long, empty rooms. Long, empty landscapes. Easy tasks. Uninteresting story. Plastic heroes. Lack of narrative. These are also general. Only main character. Wow. We're talking about the main character. This is you? Blah. Boring game. Cure for insomnia. I don't recommend. A nauseating first-person shooter in an unrealistic and dull environment. You have to do everything the way the game wants you to. So all you do is shoot up men en masse hundreds of times using the same weapons. Story was sort of interesting at times, but it bored me overall. Now, if that's too general, you guys can't think of anything.
Shoot up men in masks?
Yo, that first person part threw me off.
I was gonna get Zelda up until that point.
Mm.
I was gonna guess Death Stranding in the beginning.
No, it's not top game of all time.
Long hallways.
Ronald, dude.
Wow, this is a big finale, huh? For this pod.
I think I have it, but I have a guess, but I don't know. I think we need another one.
Well, I want to see, because I think maybe you should guess, because if it sounds like you'd be the only one to get it, and then you'd win.
Let me just write something down at least.
Let's see your answer, Julian.
I mean, at this point, I could just say it. No, no, I like this better.
We got a winner!
No way!
Wow.
I wasn't even gonna ever think.
It was Half-Life. I was thinking Halo.
Quick dub.
It was Half-Life 2, but we're gonna give it to you.
Yeah, good shot. I was never gonna guess a Half-Life. So.
Damn.
I've never played Half-Life in my life. I'm just a real fucking gamer like that.
Yeah, so in the future, I'll have a bunch on deck just in case, and I'll try to do a little more research with them. But
yeah,
that's something we can do every week.
Would it be possible to get the text onto the screen, like if you just screen cap it? But you might have to block out some offensive words, but.
Yeah, and I can send it to Dan so he can put it up on the screen.
Yeah, but then I'll know it ahead of time.
No, not necessarily. Not if I block out words and stuff.
Just don't cheat.
I'll just send the review.
I enjoyed that. Even though it just, I mean, I caught
yeah, we can figure it out.
That was nice.
Quick dub.
Damn, Jubes wins the first weekly game.
Inaugural.
In the inaugural.
I honestly can't believe you got that. I wouldn't have got that.
So that wraps up. Let me hit us with it one more time, just because it's so fucking clean, dude. That wraps up. Name that game. Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching us play. Thanks for participating. Giving good guesses, bad guesses, sometimes terrible guesses. So I think that wraps up.
Terrible guesses.
Right.
The most off guess was GTA, but like it made sense.
It was terrible.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, no, it made sense. So I mean, that's our gaming heartbreak podcast, and I thought like that was fun for me because it's like talking about personal stories, but something that people can relate to. Like I'm sure everyone else remembers like trying to get a system when it first came out. Or, you know, when their older brother graded all their games on a radio. Oh, wait, that's probably never happened to anyone else besides Jubes. And just getting dicked on by older siblings in games besides me. I'll never forget. Dave was big into wrestling games. I hadn't played a wrestling game since No Mercy, WWF No Mercy on N64. And he was playing one of the SmackDowns. And I walked in and said, yo, this game fucking sucks. It's absolute trash. And he was like, yeah, okay, it's just because you know you wouldn't be good at it. I said, yo, give me John Cena. I'll fucking face you right now. I hopped in, whooped this kid's ass, pinned him, walked right out. His friends were all just astonished. So I never had that where my older brother kicked my ass at video games, but most people did. Mark being one of them, which is a shocker because he's really good at games.
Not good at StarCraft.
So that's it.
I've never been good at StarCraft though.
So
Yeah, I think.
Thanks for hanging out. Mark will be streaming Monday night, Hollow Knight.
Tomorrow.
Very fun game to watch tomorrow night.
Hang out.
Today we'll probably have some stream going on later today. Not positive, but you know, if it is, it's a bonus stream. And then, yeah, we got to work on just getting a schedule out ahead of time for next week. But you could always count on Mark. Pencil him in for Mondays at 7:30 every day.
That's
every
for some
Monday.
Hamilton songs. You guys want to sing along? I'll be there.
Wait, you been singing Hamilton without me?
Well, you could have been there. No one stopped you.
Where it happened.
We've pretty much been live every day.
We've been killing it. Jay's still gonna be playing during daytime streams until Wednesday, right? Until you start your new job.
Tuesday will definitely be daytime streams. Miranda took off tomorrow too, so I'll probably either play something tonight or maybe something for Mark. Like
Okay.
early afternoon tomorrow.
All right.
I don't know. There's probably not much Rogue Co for the rest.
Well, I don't know. They're patching it soon.
Oh,
so
Monday's the patch that, so we might
maybe
get a
we'll
little
play.
games in
Yeah.
tomorrow early.
Yeah. So thanks for hanging out, the Digital Campfire crew, and don't forget to check out onegreattake.com, where our newest article is on American Pickle, which is an HBO Max exclusive. Hopefully you have HBO Max.
New content coming this week.
And I just started. Now I have not watched anime in a very long time, besides Castlevania, if that counts. But that's I started the first episode I watched last night of Death Note, which is supposed to be a great anime, and I watched episode 1 last night, and I'm intrigued.
Yeah,
I like that it's only 37 episodes. You know,
Me and Speeder started watching One Punch Man again.
Oh,
I hear that's very good too, but I've never seen
Oh,
it.
I love it.
hilarious.
Watch some episode at your house.
Next
So-
next episode on anime.
I don't know, but yeah, I started Death Note, and it's definitely a very interesting topic.
If you've never seen Cowboy Bebop, you should watch Cowboy Bebop.
Yes, obviously one of the best animes of all time.
Anything big coming up this week that we know of?
Okay.
There's that Mortal Shell game.
Mortal Shell comes out. Juice, you'll be playing it?
Tuesday.
Yeah, I guess.
Give us first impressions next week. All right, thanks for hanging out, and that is it for this week's Digital Campfire. We will see you hopefully in the stream this week, and then back next Sunday at 10 a.m.
Later, boys and girls.
Later.